So, if anyone saw the last video, probably wondering what's going to be in store for the channel, or maybe you just saw on the video and you're like, what the hell is he talking about? Which is probably what it was. And the answer, shorthand, very simple. Everything is on the table. If I want to talk about space base here, I'm going to talk about space base here. If I want to talk about Batman Funko Pops, we're going to talk about Batman Funko Pops. If you want to talk about, cool 8-bit light up Batman figures that barely work, you know what? It's on the table. If I want to talk about what's within reach, like you get the point. Like, I don't want it to be just one thing. And I guess that's the short version of it. Everything's going to be on the table. Wrestling news, movies, video games, tabletop. I'd like to get a podcast again. Anyone who watched the channel before knew that I did have a podcast with two other women, both really awesome people, but we stopped doing it. I haven't really spoken to any of them in quite some time. And that's a lot of reasons for it. Nothing personal, but I realize, like, that's what I like to do. Like, I have a lot of stuff to say, and I don't really have a clear idea of how to get that out there. So that's maybe in the future. But as far as right here in the now on this channel, what I want to do is very simple. I want to talk about the things that I like, because that's what this is. This channel is basically me and my hobbies, and I don't just sit around and play board games. In fact, I don't play them nearly enough because, unfortunately, with pandemic stuff, not everyone wants to get together and do board games. As a matter of fact, there's a local group that I'm a part of, that literally just started getting together like a month ago. Now, I can go on a rant and talk about how if these people are willing to go to their jobs every single day and be around even more people, then I don't understand why, like, a group of 10 to 15 people at a public library and everyone is still wearing masks is any more of a... You see where I'm getting. You see where I'm going. I just think it's silly, but I respect these people's decisions to want to look out for their health, because I am also that kind of person where I'm like, let me worry about my health in my way, and I'm like, I'll let them worry about their health in their way. And I'm like, shouldn't really be any crossover. But anyway, haven't had really a lot of time to really game as much. As far as video gaming goes, it's been okay, it's been decent. Just getting through the holidays was the hard one. Just holiday stuff, family stuff, knowing that like half of your family is literally not in this state anymore. It's kind of a bummer. But like, there's a lot of stuff. Been following wrestling so, and I definitely have opinions on that. Been following movies and media, and it's been not so, but like, it's been good. So like, the question is, what's on the docket? The answer is whatever I want. I don't really know as far as podcasts what that entails. I definitely have an idea. However, I don't really know what that's shaped out to be, because, I definitely need to make some upgrades on my end. But yeah, it just means you're probably going to get more of this. I know I'm going to have more instructional things on board games, because that's something I'm still very passionate about, and it's something I want to show to other people so they get an idea of just how much fun it can be, because a lot of people really aren't into tabletop, and when you bring up tabletop, their mind goes to, Monopoly and Clue and Risk and Trivial Pursuit and things like that, and it's like, yeah, that's part of it, but like, at the same time, there's more to it than that. But I also have to accept the reality of not everyone wants to play tabletop, and that's okay. if I can at least get him open to it and play with other people, I call that a victory. But at the end of the day, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Just like how wrestling is not everyone's cup of tea. However, when I'm, finding out Keith Lee goes to AEW, I'm like, I'm not surprised, but I don't really have much to say on it, but it's huge. Like, what is that, like, I guess in like a hot take on that is, I think it's great for him. I also think it's good for WWE at the same time, because there's really nowhere for him to go. And I understood WWE not wanting to put Keith Lee's health at risk, because remember, this guy had a serious health problem, and then he came back, and then they cut him fairly shortly after he came back. So I'm curious to see what they do with him in AEW. I definitely see him in mid upper card for quite some time. I don't see him in a main event program anytime soon. I definitely think he is going to probably they're gonna book him really strong, and then he'll probably get like a good feud or something going with like another like decently talented big person. Like right off the top of my head, I mean like have him in a program with Hobbs. Like that would be pretty good, just to see like two big men, try to toss each other around, because Hobbs is no joke either. And like stuff like that, or like with with board gaming, like I love to be able to, for instance, like, talk about, hey, did you know during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the people at Days of Wonder teamed up with the Breast Cancer Relief Foundation, and Breast Cancer Research Foundation, and they actually made a variant player color in order to raise money for that foundation. Yeah, this was pretty cool. It was only $5, and you didn't have to pay shipping, and they basically sent you they gave you pink player pieces. I don't think you can play 6 players, but I believe it's 2 to 5 players, but you do have an option of playing as the pink player, and this does include pieces for Ticket to Ride Europe as well. So, I mean, that's really cool. Now, granted, I think half of that money goes towards the foundation, the other half goes towards Days of Wonder, but I figured, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, it's something. Could talk about movies, like, for instance, I literally just saw the Spider-Man, Far From Home for the very first time, like, a few days ago. I liked it, but it has the annoyingness from, like, the very first Spider-Man movie, whereas it's like, it's just Peter Parker in general can't balance, personal life, Spider-Man, and it felt like it was just him and his mannerisms, and they were just annoying, because it's the weight of what's going on should have hit him a little bit more, especially when, like, the whole theme of the first movie is, if you can't be the hero unless you're wearing the suit, then you're not a real hero, and it's him finding himself and a part of himself that he needed in order to actually be like a real hero, and knowing what that entails. The second one is accepting his fate, as he is Spider-Man. There is a responsibility that comes with it, and if you give up that responsibility, like, this is what you could potentially lose. I liked it. I really wish we could have gotten more of the Mysterio subplot, but, sake for time, I get it. And then, of course, the big reveal at the end. He unveiled Spider-Man's true identity, which leads into No Way Home, which I'm looking forward to see really, really soon. I might talk about that then. But, like, that's what I mean. Like, this is a snippet of stuff to come. But I want to do it all. And I want to have fun doing it. And, like, I want to take you guys with me when I go on my Goodwill trips. I want to take you guys with me when I go and do my like, Facebook Marketplace deals, or when I'm doing trades for other games. Like, I want it all documented and there. I want to have fun with it this time, rather than just be like, we're doing board game review this week, and we'll see after that. Because for a while, I was also having issues with computer stuff. Thankfully, all that's got resolved. But so that's the update. I don't have an idea of what's coming next, but it's going to be good, or moderately good. Entertaining, hopefully. But that's what's going on. I'm good, family's good, we're all good. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Guys, again, thank you so much for watching. And as far as next time, we'll see.